What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick of the Mississippi State versus Baylor college basketball matchup going down Friday, March 21st, 2025. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do so because we have a lot of action lined up this weekend. The Friday card marks the end of the first round of the NCAA tournament. Saturday and Sunday makes up the second round. So we have a lot of action on the board. CBI, NIT tournaments as well for college hoops. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We've also got products for those who make big bets and for those with big bankrolls. Those looking for more of a VIP experience where you're going to get things like late alert plays closer to game time, or we're going to track line movement for you, try to get you the best possible number compared to the closing line. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, text the number on the screen for more information, even if it's just to find out if it's right for you. But let's get to this one between Mississippi State and Baylor. It's the 8-9 matchup, and you've got the Mississippi State Bulldogs coming into this one out of the SEC. Sitting with a record of 21-12 on the year. They went 8-10 in conference play, and they knocked off LSU in the SEC tournament before falling to Missouri in the next round. While Baylor, comes in obviously out of the Big 12, finishing the year 19-14 after the conference tournament. They went 10-10 in conference play. They beat Kansas State before falling to Texas Tech by 2 points in the next round. And the thing for me in this game is that or at least when you look at Baylor, this is a Baylor team I think had some high hopes coming into the season, and they started the year well. They started 9-3, entering the conference play schedule after beating Utah, and they had some decent performances against UConn. They beat St. John's in double overtime. They had a win over Arkansas. They did get blown out by Gonzaga in their season opener on the road, though. But the issues that Baylor mostly had were in conference play, for the most part on the road as well. And it also didn't help that down the stretch, Baylor just lost a lot of size. Now, don't get me wrong, Norshad Omier, he's still one of the premier, rebounders in the Big 12 for Baylor. But the thing is, they had their junior Josh O. Again, I'm not going to try to say his name because I'm going to butcher it, but Josh O was 6'10", and he was the biggest player on the floor that really saw any sort of significant time. You also had Marino Dubravcic that was 6'10", a freshman that saw a few games off of the bench. But outside of that, they lost their size. And Norshad Omier was normally the tallest player on the floor. This would be a Baylor team that doesn't really implore a lot of bench minutes. They're 264th in bench minutes used in the regular season. And Omier, if you get him into foul trouble, all of a sudden Baylor's running with what looks to be a 4 or even 5 guard lineup if Jalen Celestin, a 6'7" senior, has to shift into center. So that's my concern, is that if Omier gets into foul trouble, it could be a tough spot for Baylor to be in, especially because Scott Drew normally likes rolling with guys who have 2 fouls. 64% 2-foul participation. That's 4th highest in the country. So if Omier gets into foul trouble and has to stay in the game for long, sustained periods of time and continues to get into foul trouble, that could be problematic for Baylor. The thing is, though, is that I don't trust Mississippi State. Yeah, they're a great offensive rebounding team. They take care of the rock, and they force their fair share of turnovers, but they don't shoot the 3 that well. They're shooting 70% from the foul line, which isn't terrible, but it's also not great. And this is a Mississippi State team that predominantly shoots their 2-point shots, and that's where they do their best work. But that's where Baylor's defense is at their best as well. Now, that's the strength of their defense. They force turnovers in their own right. I think Baylor has the better offense here. Baylor is a top 25 offensive rebounding team. They're top 100 in free throw shooting, and they prefer to shoot 3s, and that's the weakness of Mississippi State's defense. Mississippi State this season allowing teams to shoot 36.1% from behind the arc. So if those shots are falling, if Baylor can get those second chances, I think Baylor could be live here to get the victory, in this matchup. I know it's a pick 'em or near a pick 'em, but I still think Baylor gets it done in this one. So give me the Baylor Bears, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.